Recently, USA has announced that there will be a 25% tariff hike faced by India starting 1st of August. I will reiterate the statement because they are not talking about a tariff, they are talking about tariff hike. That is the increase in tariff, that will be 25%. But what is more intriguing about the statement that is coming from United States of America is that there will be an additional penalty tariff that countries like India, for that matter China or Brazil, will have to face if they continue to buy Russian crude oil. They have imposed and warned about increasing sanctions on countries like Russia itself if Russia doesn't agree for a ceasefire. So in today's video, we are going to delve into what is the hypocrisy associated to Western nations. Hello and welcome to Legacy IS Academy. We have all known about the Western nations' hypocrisy, especially with respect to democracy. We have all known to the fact that these countries have advocated for democracy in those nations who are rich in oil, wherein these nations themselves have tried to control their media as well as their press. But in today's video, we are not going to discuss about the democracy or the hypocrisy that these nations, Western nations, have shown with respect to democracy. In today's video, we are going to talk about the hypocrisy that Western nations have imposed, which is impacting the oil trade all across the world, and of course, especially countries like India, for that matter China, as well as Brazil, some of which are developing nations and have a heavy dependency of crude oil coming from Russia. Before we delve into all of these discussions, let me also remind you that here we are talking about the same American president who in front of international media had a very heated argument with the same Ukrainian president whom he is ready to sell off new weapons very recently. Donald Trump had a very heated argument, very heated discussion with Zelensky, who is the Ukrainian president, and he in fact had praised Vladimir Putin, stating that he's a very smart guy, he's a very confident guy, a very strong leader. But after some time, when he was not able to negotiate peace between the two nations, very recently US has also announced new weapons to Ukraine. So he has been changing his stance time and again. His change in stance is also visible in the timeline that US has granted to Russia in terms of the total ceasefire, in terms of the total days within which Russia must declare ceasefire. If we talk about the change in stance, US for that matter had initially stated that if Russia doesn't agree for a ceasefire within a period of 50 days, within a period of 50 days, then US will be imposing increased sanctions on Russia. But that stance also changed, and he brought the timeline to just 10 to 12 days, stating that if Russia doesn't agree for a ceasefire within a period of 10 to 12 days, then they will have to face sanctions. So, US in time and again has continued to change its stance. In today's video, we are going to prove you by numbers how countries like USA, for that matter United Kingdom, or other nations who are members of NATO and European Union, who have vocally been expressive about their support to Ukraine and vocally been very expressive about their stance against Vladimir Putin or the Russian president. But despite of all the things that they have stated to media, the numbers in terms of trade show a very different value. Before we delve into showing you these numbers, we will be discussing about India's dependency of crude oil. Now, if we talk about India's crude oil dependency, so when the war started, when Russia-Ukraine war started in 2022, India's total crude oil that we were buying from Russia was only 1%. Out of the total crude oil India was buying, it was only 1% that we were buying from Russia. But as and when things proceeded and there were Western sanctions imposed on Russia, so Russia tried to bring down the price of crude oil, and India, being a smart buyer, was able to buy these Russian crude oil. India has been successfully able to increase its Russian crude oil imports, and we have brought down our crude oil imports from Saudi Arabia as well as Iraq. If we talk in terms of numbers, so in 2022, we were importing just 1% of our crude oil from Russia, which increased in 24-25 to 40%. So currently, India is importing close to 40% of its crude oil from Russia. If we talk about without oil, what is the condition of trade between India and Russia? So the overall trade between India and Russia has increased by 6 times, that's 6 folds. And interestingly, this 6 folds increase is not restricted to crude oil only. We have been delving into trade relations in other goods as well. If we talk about the alteration, so if starting this that we have increased our crude oil from Russia, we must have decreased it from somewhere else. Yes, we have decreased it from Saudi Arabia as well as Iraq. In fact, if we talk about in terms of crude numbers, then the total amount of crude oil that we are importing from Saudi Arabia as well as Iraq is still lesser than the total amount of crude oil that we are importing from Russia. So this graph also shows that there is a steep decline in the imports from the Persian Gulf nations, from the GCC nations, and simultaneously there is an increase in crude oil imports from Russia. So this is largely India's crude oil dependency. But if we talk about the oil game that is played by West, that they have time and again cursed and warned countries like India, for that matter China, as well as Brazil, that these countries have actually funded the Russia-Ukraine war. In this video, through numbers, we will try to find out actually who has funded Russia-Ukraine war. If we talk about some of the latest warning that is coming from USA, and specifically one of the states of USA, they have warned that countries like India and China are going to face 100% tariff. 100% tariff that is will be imposed on the goods that are manufactured from India or China or Brazil if these goods are entering into American markets, because these countries are largely the buyers of Russian crude. If we talk about only these three nations, India, China as well as Brazil, these three nations together account for 70% of the Russian crude oil exports. So Russia is largely selling crude oil to these three nations, that is India, China as well as Brazil. So thus, they have stated that if any good that is coming from all these three nations and is entering into USA, they will have to face 100% tariff. Additionally, they have also spoken about the change in stance of the peace deal, that Russia must agree for a peace deal within 50 days, which was initially 50 days, they have brought it down to 10 days. It is not only USA for that matter, it is also NATO. The Secretary General of NATO, currently hailing from Netherlands, has also stated that these countries like India, China and Brazil will have to face sanctions, secondary sanctions of 100%. Now that is a very interesting fact, because NATO is a military grouping, and being a military grouping, it has no authority to put up economic sanctions. Yet they have warned about economic sanctions to be faced by these three nations, because they are stating that India, Russia or India, China or Brazil has been funders of Russia-Ukraine war. Now talking about the crude oil sales, if we talk in terms of numbers, now here are the numbers which is actually defining that who has actually funded the Russia-Ukraine war. If we talk about the amount of oil that Russia has sold, starting 2022, when Russia had entered into war, starting 2022, Russia has so far earned $939 billion. But just 1/3 of this value is the total amount of aid Ukraine has got from Western nations. Ukrainian aid from Western nations is 1/3 of the total value that Russia has overall sold the crude oil exports. And we are not talking about the overall exports from Russia. We are only talking about the crude oil exports. That was $939 billion, and 1/3 of this value, Ukraine has got aid from Western nations. If you talk about the financial aid, so $335 billion were exported. So if we talk about Russia's crude oil export to NATO nations, so this was approximately $335 billion. But on the other hand, if we talk about the total amount of aid that Ukraine has got, this is only 236 billion aid that these NATO nations has been able to provide to Ukraine. So NATO nations have actually bought more amount of crude oil than the total value of the goods, value of the aid that these NATO nations have granted to Ukraine. By that, we can decide who has actually funded the Russia-Ukraine war. Additionally, let us go by other numbers. If we talk about the European Union imports of Russian crude oil has been 21 billion euros. So European Union has given this much amount of money to Russia to buy the crude oil. On the other hand, European Union's aid to Ukraine, this has been only 18.7 billion euros. So total amount of aid that European Union has granted to Ukraine is less than the total amount of money that European Union has given to Russia to buy the oil. If we talk about only LNG, if we don't talk about the entire crude sector, if we talk about only liquefied natural gas that Russia sells, the European Union, they account for the largest buyer. European Union, for that matter, buys 51% of Russia's LNG. China itself is buying less amount of Russian LNG than the European Union itself. If we talk about the top 5 European nations who are importers of Russian crude oil, top 5 European nations who are importers of Russian crude oil, all these 5 nations are NATO nations. So that we must remind to the NATO General Secretary that your nations are themselves responsible for buying the Russian crude oil. Now, talking about, of course, the America, who has time and again blamed India as well as China to fund the Russia-Ukraine war. If we talk about only USA, so USA has bought from refineries at Vadinar. So if we talk about the total amount of refined crude petroleum, so India buys crude petroleum from Russia, and the refined products are sold to the Western nations. So basically, India is the backdoor entry of the Russian crude oil to enter into Western nations. If we talk about which refineries have been responsible for largely importing from Russian crude oil and export to the Western nations, so it has been Vadinar refinery. Vadinar refinery, for that matter, Vadinar, Jamnagar as well as Bangalore. These 3 are the refineries who have increased their imports from Russian crude oil. And this, out of them, one of them, if we talk about only USA has bought 70% of the refined products from Vadinar refinery only. This is the refinery that we discussed, has increased its crude oil imports from Russia, and 70% of the refined products from Vadinar refinery is being sold to USA. So USA is also funding the Russia-Ukraine war from the Russian side. Now talking about European ban. Now this is also very, very interesting date. European ban on the import of crude oil from Russia. So European Union has stated that any kind of crude oil will not be imported from Russia, and this ban will be imposed on 21st of January 2026. That's next year. Because by that time, European Union is expecting that the war between Russia and Ukraine shall be ended. So even if the war ends, so they don't need to impose this ban, and that is why in a very calculated manner, European Union has put up the ban starting 21st of January 2026. Intentionally, they have also put up this clause that this ban shall not be applicable to the imports from Canada, Norway, Switzerland, UK as well as US. So from all these nations, if the country is selling off their products to European Union, then this ban shall not be applicable. That means if Russian crude oil is imported to India and from India being sold to these nations and from these nations to European Union, then European Union will continue to buy them. So that helps us better decide in terms of numbers that who has actually funded the Russia-Ukraine war and how far is the American president correct in imposing the penalty tariff on India. With that, we come to the end of this topic. If you have any doubt, please do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much and all the very best.